Hello, and welcome
Hello.
to a podcast where we talk about some things because we're bored, and we definitely didn't lose some audio from the gameplay you're watching right now. But anyways, so like the thing we're going to talk about is why Double Dash has the best battle mode.
It is, which is a strictly correct fact, no opinion.
True. It is best battle mode.
That's based on evidence right here.
Yes, of
Evidence
course.
point number one, it's 2 players.
True. So like,
To one cart.
yeah, 2 people are doing the same thing. So like one person's like driving and the other person like handles the items. So I think it like requires almost less thinking.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also like it's more teamwork than you would experience if you were in 2 separate carts working on a team. I don't know. It's fun because there's no CPU.
True. Yeah, it's just like a pure 1v1. And like it's almost like a first person shooter, especially with like the communication. It's like, oh, this guy's over here. It's like you pass item. It's like, here you go.
Kind of unfortunate that we lost that communication part, but I felt like we got pretty good by the end of it. Like,
Yeah, but we also did some more of it post recording just because it was so fun.
yeah.
Like we're just like, all right, let's play this more because it's a great experience.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the only days that we didn't just like switch to Smash Ultimate. We actually played the game some more.
Exactly.
Yeah. I thought it was really fun how we came up with like really like unique strategies. Like I think it was on the pipe map. We were putting bananas into degenerate thoughts and then into the pipe. We were just pop out in a banana. Like you got like such crazy strategies.
It was
Oh,
yeah.
The banana game was on point.
Yes, of course. The banana meta.
That's
Yeah,
a unique Mario game where bananas are actually broken.
I know.
And we also confirmed
They're
that
always bad.
yeah, like bananas are always a really bad in like racing most of the time. But like they were pretty much essential in the battle mode. Cuz like if you slipped on it, you lost a banana, or not a banana, a balloon.
A balloon, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a giant banana or something like that?
I think so. Did we have access to special items? I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, so the giant banana and the
we
Koopa
had a-
shell.
You had like the Bowser shell.
Yeah, the Bowser
yeah.
shell's deadly because it's so big.
I think
You
yeah,
can
I
hit
think,
yourself with it.
Yeah,
I think at some point you can, if you hit somebody and then it ricochets, I think you can hit them again.
I believe that is true.
Yeah, did we ever do that? I feel like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I think a problem with like more modern Mario Kart battle modes is that when you run out of balloons, you just respawn, and so then it's like on a time limit. And I feel like it's better to have it so like everybody has a certain amount of lives, and if like you lose. At least like the games go faster.
Yeah, especially when it's like 2-player versus 2-player, so there's only 2 carts. That means when somebody gets out, they don't have to just wait and watch.
Exactly.
They don't respawn. It's just that's the battle over.
Yeah,
I
and
think it's very fair in that way, you know?
Yeah,
So
and-
it's like
and it-
constant fun.
yeah, and there's a very clear goal. And like honestly, if you're getting out, you're probably gonna get out repeatedly, and eventually people are gonna catch on. So then you'll just get murdered over and over again. And so then it's like, are you really playing the game? Yeah, and like
Yeah, very deep.
if you're out, if like the less good players are out, then it will be like more of like a battle between all the good players, and it becomes more interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is in Mario Kart 8. Because in that battle mode, I'm pretty sure when you're out, you turn into like an invisible ghost or something like that.
I
could
think
only-
you respawn in like a normal balloon battle. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%, but
Yeah, I think that's how it was for Mario Kart Wii. Like you would respawn with your balloons again.
yeah, I know for sure you
Yeah.
respawn in Wii.
Yeah, it was a time penalty. you like had to wait for a couple of seconds and you spawn back in. But in Mario Kart 8, Andy's right. You turn into a ghost, and I think you could still hit people, but you were like invisible.
So you can't get any more points, but you can take away the enemy team's points.
That's funky. That's very
But
funky.
it's only as a player. I don't think the CPUs can do that, because that'd be kind of messed up.
So they are ghosts. I don't think they can like. I think they're just really bad ghosts. So when you turn into ghosts, you can see them. They are ghosts.
Yeah, because I remember one thing you could do as a ghost is if you just trailed a banana behind you and you ran into somebody, it would still hit them.
Yeah.
Because like you could go through them instead. So
Floating
like
banana.
basically like you're just the banana running around.
Yes, of course.
You are a moving banana. Same thing with like triple shells and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, triple shells are always good. Yeah. I can't remember. I mean, the viewer probably sees it right now, but how did triple shells work in Double Dash? Was it like the circling thing, or was it?
No, you just hold them.
Hold through?
I believe that shells, they're a protective shield, and I think every other game, except for Double Dash. I think Double Dash, they are not a protective shield. Like, I think for like a single shell, I think you can like hold the button and then it's held behind you, I think. But
the trailing thing.
yeah. Honestly though, like racing itself for Double Dash is a little funky if you're not used to it, which is why we sucked so bad.
Hitting 7th and 8th all the time.
Yeah, we were very bad at the actual racing at Double Dash, but like the highlight for me is the battle for sure.
Oh yeah.
But like for like Wii, the racing is way better for Wii, and the battle mode's kind of trash. So yeah, so I think it's like the opposite of Wii in that sense. Like I have a lot of fun racing in Wii, but I really don't like the battle mode there. And I think that the racing in Double Dash is all right, but the battle mode is outstanding. So I mean, I still think I like Wii more just because racing's like the main part of the game.
Yeah.
But
for me, I agree with you that the racing in Mario Kart Wii is a lot better, and that the battle in Double Dash is a lot better. But I think that that the battle in Mario Kart Wii, although it isn't as good as the racing, it's still pretty fun.
yeah, it's still a battle mode. That's what it comes down to. It's still a battle mode. You're still gonna have fun with it. It's just that if you can do battle mode in Double Dash, you should do that instead.
Yeah, and especially because like compared to the actual racing of the game, Double Dash is just the battle is like almost more fun. I think it is more fun. But the battle mode of Mario Kart Wii isn't quite as fun, just because Mario Kart Wii is kind of broken and how funny the gameplay is.
Yeah,
So then I
it's
just
a little
feel like
funky.
that's what brings you down to what you want to actually play from the game.
Yeah, it's like if you want to play battle, play Double Dash, and if you just want to race, then do Wii.
Yeah, I think that there is an upside to the battle mode in Wii though, that you can have a 5v5 sort of balloon battle type thing instead of being a 1v1, which that can become a different experience.
Yeah, it's a lot more chaotic. But
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But honestly, using that, if you want to have a more chaotic, very high number player, then Mario Kart 8 exists.
Actually, if you think about it, with Double Dash, can't you do multiple carts on each team?
I believe you can.
Yeah.
I believe there's a setting for it that we just did not do.
Yeah, I think you can do one player controls both characters in the cart.
Yes, you can do that as well. Which I can see. I think that would not be as fun. I think it would still be fun, but it wouldn't get the true experience of like the first-person shooter vibes of the Double Dash that we played.
Normal Mario Kart.
Yeah, I feel like it's.
That's normal Mario Kart.
Yeah, I feel like it's more on par with the rest of the series if you just like have one person and the two characters. But when you have each person doing a different thing, I think it creates a whole new experience that's a lot better.
That's what
What I was
makes
getting at,
battle
um,
fun.
yeah, what I was trying to say was that we couldn't do it, but if you could get that large group of people we're talking about doing in Wii, you could do like, let's say you have 12 people. Imagine 3v3 when you have 2 people in each cart. That would be crazy.
Actually, the fun fact about Double Dash is you can have up to like 16 players. It would be 8 different vehicles and 16 players,
Yeah.
but you'd have to have like 4 GameCubes. Like a bunch of people would have to have the game, a bunch of people would have to have GameCubes, which in this day and age is very hit or miss, especially among our age group, since we were all post GameCube people. Like a lot of us young people grew up with the Wii and hardly
Is it games online?
Bro,
Like, how do you connect them?
I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to look into it. But like I think you can like somehow connect 4 GameCubes and have 16 controllers, so 16 people playing and 8 vehicles. Cuz I don't
They gotta remake.
Yeah.
They gotta remake Double Dash for the Switch.
True, Double Dash remake. Although honestly, the more likely thing is that they bring GameCube games to Switch Online. Make us pay those $50 for the
Well,
GameCube game.
that's just a remake, right?
No, it's not. It's a re-release, not a remake. If that makes sense.
Well, by definition, a remake. They're making it again. But okay, fine. Sure, remake, yeah.
Yeah. So like the difference between a re-release and a remake is like a remake is like they redo it. Like they release it, they change it slightly, and that's like a remake, which is not the same as a remaster, which is like what's a good example of a
Improving
remaster?
on it?
Yeah, like I feel like Deluxe
Oh, I know.
is like a remake, and like
I think I've got a good comparison that you were looking for, Avery. Like, I think, like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
yeah, Wind Waker
that one
HD.
was
I think that's a remaster because like it
Yeah,
makes the
'cause it's
game.
like- it makes it more enjoyable, but
Yeah.
it's keeping the same like idea of the game and everything. But then it adds way better graphics, which like for the tropical theme of the game, having like more vibrant colors is really important. So that's definitely a remaster, and that it improves upon the game. You know.
Yeah. Okay. I just thought of a great example. It's like Final Fantasy VII has had like basically remasters where they basically completely revamp the graphics to make them 10 times better, and like they add stuff. I think that's more of a remaster, but
Just 10 times better.
you know what I mean.
100 times better.
I mean
100 times better.
yeah, it's PlayStation 1 graphics versus like 4K. All right. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they have to change the story a little bit. So
Yeah, so that's like a
I
remaster.
was thinking definitely a remaster.
Yeah.
Mm, that's nice.
Bringing this back to Mario Kart, I think 8 Deluxe makes the original 8 obsolete. If you have a Switch, then there's no reason to get like 8 for the Wii U because the deluxe version is just better. I think that's actually a thing for a lot of. I think honestly, Nintendo's trying to make the Wii U obsolete. They're really trying, and in my opinion, they're not quite there. If to make the Wii U fully obsolete, put like the Wii U's virtual console library on the Switch, and then add Wii games to that, and then at that point would the Wii U become obsolete. But right now, as of now, there's too much stuff you can do on a Wii U that you can't do on a Switch. Like they release a lot of the main like first party Wii U games on the Switch, but there's still a lot of virtual console stuff that is not on the Switch yet. Like Earthbound, for example, I believe is still not on the Switch and is on the Wii U still. So And
you know,
like,
I think actually
yeah.
determines all that stuff with like remakes and stuff is actually the glitches and exploits, because nobody plays The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on Switch because it's just not as fun to like not.
That
play
is
the
true.
game.
Breaking games
And then you
is
end
very
up,
fun.
Like Pokemon BDSP versus the old Diamond Platinum. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl speedruns are 17 minutes, less than a month after release.
Yeah, it's so buggy. It's like it's almost not even funny of how buggy the games are.
You are reacting over invisible boundaries in a Pokemon game.
Exactly.
Just taking that for a second. And
How do you?
This is what happens when Game Freak doesn't develop it.
Like one battle.
Wait, do you even have to fight to find the person?
No, you walk right past them. While they're in the cutscene, you're able to move around and you go in the Hall of Fame. It's from.
Yeah, long story short, basically you use the old rock during Cynthia's text box to interrupt it, then you walk past her and go up the elevator to the Hall of Fame.
Oh my god.
You enter the Hall of Fame with a level 5 starter, and that's it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
It's kind of complicated to explain now, but yeah.
yeah,
That's
there are
just
videos on
basically,
it.
Talking about like the re-releases and stuff, like I feel like glitches do really affect how people play those games. So, like Mario Kart 8 versus Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I don't know much about them, but they came out so close to each other that I don't know personally of any like major glitches that are different.
Well,
I know.
Older games being remastered.
Yeah, I think I don't think they're less. I think the glitches were not very prevalent in 8.
Well, of the Mario Kart 8 player here,
Yeah.
there's one thing that really affects it, and it's in Mario Kart 8. This isn't they like removed it in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. In Mario Kart 8, I can't remember exactly what it's called. Something like fire hopping.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's when if you use a mushroom or your like mini turbo boost, if you do the drifting thing where you hop up in the air before you drift, if you just alter the direction back and forth, and while you do that, your speed from that continues for a really long time compared to if you hadn't done that.
Yeah, that's right.
In Deluxe, the most important stat is actually like a hidden stat called mini turbo, and it's just like how long your mini turbo lasts. But in Mario Kart 8, that one just doesn't matter at all, because whenever you use a mushroom or you use your mini turbo, it doesn't matter how long it lasts because you can just fire hop.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about fire hop. Yeah, fire hopping I forgot about, to be honest, because I haven't played the original Mario Kart 8 since I've gotten Deluxe.
Yeah.
Although
That's like the one change
yeah.
in glitches. Other than that, I'm not like enough of like a speedrunner to know them, you know?
Yeah, I think they just added new stuff to Deluxe to make it like a better game. And going back to Pokemon, I think Pokemon remakes are kind of their own category, because Pokemon constantly is building on itself. So up to like Gen 8, they would take what they have made since the originals and kind of incorporate them in new games. Like Fire Red and Leaf Green are very clearly Generation 3 mechanics, which is far from Generation 1 mechanics.
Oh.
And then like you would have access to everything Gens 1 to 3 if you had Gen 3 games. But then when Gen 8 came out, things got funky. Actually, it started with Let's Go, where things got funky. Because Let's Go was purely Generation 1 and Alola forms. But they had Megas. And then Melton and Melmetal were a thing. So like Let's Go is very strange, to where I don't think you can even put Pokemon into Let's Go. I think you can only take them out, if that makes sense. You can put things from Go in Let's Go, but only Gen 1 Pokemon. So like Let's Go was the first limited Pokedex example. And like it was okay at the time because it's like, all right, it's just Gen 1, whatever. They're trying to get the Go audience in here, and it's also like Pokemon Go catching mechanics. It's like,
is it mobile?
no, Let's Go is a Switch game. Like it,
But you can use your phone to connect with it.
you can connect Pokemon Go to it, yes, but like it's not like, yeah. But like what I'm saying is that like Let's Go was almost made as like a bridge from the main series and Pokemon Go. And then you get to Sword and Shield and they just cut the Pokédex. Like they like, it's normally when you're playing Pokemon you can't like access every Pokemon in game, right? It's like that's all right. But at least like when you're done, you can transfer all of your old Pokemon. And so that they're at least like all in the game. So like you can bring your Feraligatr from Pokemon Heart Gold and bring it into Generation 7. Like you can use your Feraligatr from Heart Gold Soul Silver in Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. Like you can't play as a Feraligatr. You can't have a Feraligatr in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. You can in the original Sun and Moon, but not Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like you can't have a Feraligatr then. But like if you transfer the one you had already, it can like at least be in the game. With Sword and Shield, that Feraligatr cannot enter the game at all. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, you can't use that Feraligatr in Sword and Shield. It's just kind of in Pokemon Home, and it can't really go anywhere right now. Well, actually, now it can go in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl when they add compatibility. But before they came out, your Feraligatr was just going to chill in Home. You can't use it or anything. It'll just be there. The latest game you can use a Heart Gold Soul Silver Pokemon that's not in the Galar Dex is Ultra Sun Ultra Moon.
The game before Sword and Shield. Or,
Yes.
And Let's Go. For the two sections.
Yeah, Let's Go is a weird thing that I'm not going to give Game Freak too much slack for, because it's like, I get why it exists, but like, I think like the Nat Dex cuts, it's like, oh, you're not a developer, Game Freak is gonna not be able to develop all the Pokemon, but like, their excuse was like, the models or something, or like high quality animations, which was obviously an excuse that was not true, and I think that's why people have a lot of problems with the National Dex, is that Game Freak's public reason is just false. And also, like, it was clear that, like, because, like, the models basically haven't been updated for 8 years at this point. They've been using the same models since X and Y, and they haven't changed at all. Like, if you compare an X and Y model to a Sword and Shield model, they're gonna look the same other than like the resolution. Like their positioning, the way they move is all the same. Their attacking animations are all the same.
Yeah.
And like the thing with like move animations is like they improve them somewhat, but then there's things like double kick and water gun which just look bad and cringe at times. Like if you've ever seen a Floatzel use water gun, then you'll get exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, so basically, Floatzel's animation, when he turns around and spins his tail when he's using a special attack. Water gun is the kind where like it's just like a blob of water and it just comes out of the Pokemon. So it makes it so looks like Floatzel is basically just like shooting water out of its booty. Like this is the kind of thing that's just like, why?
You think you can like, I don't know, just change that one move for him so it doesn't look weird?
Yes. So, and I think what makes it worse is that if you look at a game like Battle Revolution, which was not developed by Game Freak, honestly some of the 3D aspects of the game look better than modern day's Pokemon. I feel like the animations for like close combat, I think, are like better. Like if you were to ever take the time to look at Battle Revolution animations, you think they look like, obviously some of them are not going to look as good, but there's going to be some that do look better, which is a problem since I think the game is almost 10 years old at this point, if not more. I think no, Battle Revolution is definitely more than 10 years old. So that's really the big problem, is that Game Freak claims that the National Dex wasn't in the game because of high quality animations, and that is clearly not true because some of the animations are almost 8 years old. So, and then the ones that they have changed don't necessarily look better, or like it's like double kick where the Pokemon just hops and then a foot icon appears on the opponent. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that I think. And then another thing is that Game Freak is severely understaffed. For being the highest grossing franchise of all time, I think they can afford more staff, but they just don't. Game Freak keeps their offices too small, and I think it becomes a problem.
Yeah. I just want to say that 2 games that came out for the Switch around the same time are Pokemon Sword and Shield and Breath of the Wild. You want to like look at the Breath of the Wild graphics in the wild area and Sword and Shield at the same time, it's like, yeah, high quality animation. Sorry you're so well on stage.
Yeah, it's the memes on the trees are hilarious. It's like the trees in the wild area are compared to those of Ocarina of Time. It's it's comically bad.
I don't really blame them. That's like the people doing that.
It's just
like they're good. Just like
they're just
this day and age can do so much better.
yeah. It's like it's not that they just look bad in comparison. It's not that they look necessarily bad. It's just they look bad in comparison. That's the problem. It's that when it's been proven you can do better, why don't you do better?
Yeah.
And then when it comes to Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, I think they look nice. I think the idea of being chibi is a little strange, and following Pokemon has been severely scuffed. Mainly because of scale. Like, the legendary Pokemon look like the same height as you do, and it looks really weird. And like they don't look chibi. Like the Pokemon that are following you don't look chibi, so then it looks even more weird. It's like you have a small floating Dialga that's like higher quality than everything around it. It's just so strange.
There's not like blending or anything like that.
Yeah. So like they did following Pokemon good in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They did it good in Let's Go. They really scuffed it very badly in the Isle of Armor, and I guess Crown Tundra, but it was very scuffed, and I feel like it's scuffed in a completely different way in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Like, the issue with Sword and Shield, well, honestly, the issue with all of the newer ones is that the Pokemon go too slow. They don't go the same pace as the player, and so then they fall behind, and it's hardly like they're there. Or in the case of Sword and Shield, every once in a while they'll just teleport to you, which looks bad. And
it's like a Minecraft dog.
yeah. And then for Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, they take a long time to come back, and then when they do, it's like they go back in their Pokeball and then they come back out, but like they're still too slow. And then in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, they're solid objects. So like if you're running into your partner Pokemon, they'll just slide like with you. It's so weird. It doesn't make sense. And then like I said before, the scaling is really awful, and your Rayquaza is gonna look tiny.
It's been a great talk about Mario Kart.
I see. It's all right. So.
Evolve. Or should I say, evolve?
Aha. Aha. Aha.
Pokemon joke.
But yeah, that rant was like, Double Dash is a good game, understand, right?
Yep, Double Dash is a good game.
Because you can punch people.
I
True.
I don't think that's why it's good, but anyway.
It's good that you can punch. What if punching even get rid of a bullet? Or does it just
It does.
like that?
But like,
I remember we'd always run at each other at the start and throw punch.
yeah,
That
punch.
was a funny game.
It's honestly really funny when you hit a punch though. It's like that
Yeah.
shouldn't have worked, but it did.
In the racing aspect of punching is like stealing items, right?
I know it just knocks them.
It just knocks them.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bump some.
it's so funny though.
Oh my gosh, punching. And it slides you along as well. So you can use it to dodge items.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also use it to drift.
But honestly, more often than not, when you're punching, it's just gonna mess up your turns.
Yeah.
So it's
It's just like extra wide. Slide into a banana.
yeah. Or go off track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like. I remember the racing aspect of punching was like really difficult because you would just slide off the track and like mess up drifts and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But then once it got to battling, it was slightly better, but just better so it wasn't frustrating, but better that it was funny instead. You know?
Yes.
So, like, it still wasn't the best strategy or whatever. but
Yeah.
It was funny.
It was
So
funny
that's
to land a
fun.
punch. Because
Yeah.
like you just somebody got mad because of it and it's really funny. So
Especially when it's a heavy character.
yeah, and you also like slide forever when you're punching.
Oh my goodness. Good game right there.
Good game. So basically double dash good game. Thanks for watching and outro music question mark?